Welcome back to Squawk on the Street. Breaking news, CNBC has learned that Senator Rand Paul, Republican senator from Kentucky, has threatened to put a hold on the nomination of President Obama of Janet Yellen to be the new Federal Reserve chairman. This according to a source close to the senator. Senator Paul informed the Senate leadership of his intention to put the nomination on hold this week. He is insisting upon a vote on his Fed transparency bill. Guys, just a little background on this. This was sort of expected, some form of hold. What was not expected was that he would tie it to his Fed transparency bill. I talked to some other Republican sources this morning in the Senate, and they said that this is complicating because many Republicans are co-sponsors of this Fed transparency bill, so it puts them in a difficult position. Unclear how this will ultimately play out. The Senate is not in session, so Paul cannot put a formal hold on it. My understanding is he will formally do that next week, and again, he wants consideration of his Fed transparency bill, calling for an audit of the Federal Reserve. The reason why it's a threat right now is because the Senate is not in session. The Yellen nomination has not yet been brought to the floor. What has to happen now is you're going to have a committee meeting, committee hearings. It'll be reported out of committee, and then when it gets to the floor is when you actually have a formal hold put on. But what we do know, according to a source close to Senator Rand Paul, is that he has threatened to put a hold on the nomination, doing so by informing the leadership of this week, and will do so more formally, we understand, next week. What he wants is he wants a consideration of his audit the Fed bill. He actually reintroduced a bill that was first introduced by his father, Senator Ron Paul, and this calls for greater audits of the Federal Reserve. And the Federal Reserve has opposed this concern that too close a view on the Federal Reserve would cause politics to get into monetary policy making. And the Federal Reserve has contended there are many, many audits of the Federal Reserve, just not in the making of monetary policy. So, Kelly, a lot of people expected this, expected the Yellen nomination not to sail through. The complication here is that he is tying it to this bill, which has many Republican co-sponsors. This bill actually passed the House back in 2012, never came up for a vote in the Senate, Kelly.